Aloha nui ao ko. Onipa.
Aloha ho kako e kalahui. Oi, mahalo. Now we'd like to bring forward to everyone what has become a common sight since 1993 and forward, and what was a common sight to our people 200 years ago too. And that is our hula people, the people in charge with transferring the mo'olelo from generation through generation through mele, are going to come and present 3 drum dances that have become synonymous with not only our political movements, but all our movements for revitalization of Aina, of Olelo, of Ea. We bring here today the daughter of someone who was here back in 1993 and all the way to last year, Uncle Pulani Vaughn. We reached out to his daughter to make the connection, the mo'oku'oho, of not only political action, but the nexus between politics and culture. So we thank her and her halau hula o kalehua tuahine for coming out today and sharing what is so precious to us, and that is semblances of our culture, of our history, and of our future. So, e kalahui. Please, give me a pa'ilima and join me in bringing forward Hiva Von Darvo and her halau hula kalehua tuahine.
Na na mai no no me pugoa agalai vai momo ruada unu la ole ale ule huge ponole aida abina ke ala manye o hapuga o gale Agole we hei wai kokolo ale po mai naida Agole we hei wai kokolo ale po mai naida mai nay ra quay mai nay ra quay để qua cái qua mai nay ra quay mai nay ra quay để qua nay ra qua mẹ na lua ra e buga mai nay ra oi nay ra qua mẹ na lua ra e buga mai nay ra Namo tu, o don namo tu e dhamma e o te dhamma 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 I dauli, o te dhamma 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 I dauli, ulia babio ai la lo idealo, ulia I taimu. O da na na I dio la le daya tali mera u benaru o iu ani mera u ni ola ni ola te ave ai tu ai ai e dhamma e to namo tu o to namo tu e dhamma e ai o le dhamma 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 I dauli o le dhamma 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 I dauli Ulia babio ilalo idealo ulia idaiku Odana na ia dio la ue daya rali Mera ubena oi uani ani mera nuoni ola ni ola te ave ai du ai ai na na la bebe ta o da mo Mahalo.
Aloha kako. 53 years after the illegal overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii, in May of 1946, a young Kanaka Maoli is born in the plantation town of Honoka'a. His early years are spent in Waimea, on the island of Hawaii, before he comes to this island, to Oahu, to board and further his education. He receives the Distinguished Eagle Scout Award at 14 years old, and later would receive his Juris Doctorate degree as part of the first graduating class of the University of Hawaii's Richardson School of Law in 1976. He would then become immersed in the Hawaiian Renaissance of the late 1970s, and as a young, passionate Hawaiian activist, fought for political and cultural recognition of Native Hawaiians. He would begin to take his place in our state's history at the 1978 Constitutional Convention. And because of his perseverance, his vision, his tenacity, his ability to unify others, and the other efforts of Native Hawaiian delegates to the convention, the Office of Hawaiian Affairs was created. Ceded land revenues were defined and established. And the Olelo Hawaii of our Lahui, banned since 1896 in Hawaii's public schools, is recognized as the official state language of the state of Hawaii. Because of those early efforts, the Punanaleo and Kula Kaiupunis are born. And the recognition that Native Hawaiians are the only indigenous, aboriginal Kanaka Maoli of this state comes to pass. He took his place for just one term in the House of Representatives and was elected Lieutenant Governor in 1982. And just 4 years later, in 1986, would become the first governor of Hawaiian ancestry in Hawaii and throughout the country. He has been an inspiration and role model for many, many Native Hawaiians, myself included. So it is my honor and my privilege to introduce to you Governor John David Waihe'e III.
Aloha! That introduction is going to be probably longer than my speech. You know, when I was young, like him, I could talk a long time too. But as you guys know, there's a certain time when I gotta go. So you're gonna have a short speech. You know, I saw the legislators up here, and they were wearing their suits and their sashes. So I went to Brickwood and I said, Senator, where is my sash? You know? He said, no more, go talk to Walter. And so Walter gave me the t-shirt. You know, every once in a while, a kua, no matter what our circumstances may be, no matter where we find ourselves, every once in a while, a kua sends us a good day. And today is a good day. It is a good day. All of us here need to really be grateful for it. You know, I was so excited to see the little children, tiny children, coming and listening to the truth. In front of Iolani Palace, they got an explanation of our history. They were told how things happened. Here, Professor Osorio told us how we all came about. These are learned people, and as the book says, when you know the truth shall make you free. And that is what this is about. You see, I didn't have that opportunity. Nobody told me about the overthrow. Nobody told me about the Queen. Nobody told me about any of this. Like many of you, I grew up not knowing any of this, any of our history. And one day I found a book that I wouldn't even recommend to anybody today, but for me it was the first time that I read what happened to our nation. And I remember reading the chapter about annexation. And in that chapter, they talked about the lowering of the flag. lowering of the flag at Iolani Palace. Lowering of that flag. And what the book said was that Hawaiians everywhere cried. You see, that act was not merely about a flag. It was about the pain of a nation. It was what happened to our kupuna. So years later, at the 100th anniversary, I thought, we ought to do the opposite. Let's raise the Hawaiian flag and remove the pain. Our kupuna could smile for one day. For one day. You see, I had to wait until I was old before I finally saw that. You know, people who talked about this ceremony, people who write about it, our media, they like to talk about the fact that Hawaiians may disagree. Hey, we probably argued in the canoe on the way over. They want to talk about how we disagree. You see, what they don't talk about is that once we know the truth, once we know the truth, you can open our heart and you will find a queen. You can open our heart and you will find a flag. You see, we may have discussions, we may have disagreements, but we are all one lahui, and we are moving in one direction, and that direction is out the door. Out the door. You see, I believe in this day of remembrance. I hope we have it every single year. There is no reason for all that's been done to us that we can't have one day when the Hawaiian flag flies alone. So I tell you, I look forward to coming back here next year at the 126th anniversary. But I implore our legislators, I implore those with the sashes that were standing on this stage to make sure at the 126th anniversary, I can be in a building that only has the Hawaiian flags flying. Only the Hawaiian flag. That is what this is about. Ladies and gentlemen, we are one. We are one. One flag, one queen, one lahui. Aloha, aloha, onipa'a taku.
Shorter than the governor, so I'm going to have to go from here. I'm Keha Watson. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I am one of the organizers of today, and Uncle Walter really asked me to, yes, the real organizer of today, asked me to just give our mahalos. This day would not have been possible without many, many people. I'm going to start with the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. Kuhiu Lewis, Sterling Wong, Mehana Hind, and all their staff there truly made this day possible. They have worked tirelessly for weeks. Also, Kamehameha Schools, Jack gave us Kaui and Mawang, which made a tremendous amount of difference. The Royal Order of Kamehameha, Henry, Don, Leighton, all of you have done so much. The Royal Benevolent Societies, we thank you for being here. The civic clubs who came, Huikulike Kako, Aina Momona, I'm going to forget organizations, but people showed up. And as the governor said, today is about unity. And when we least, we continued to run out of money, and people came forward. Adrian Silva, who's a member of the World Order, Kim Koko Iwamoto, Scott Fernandez, people showed up, and they were angels to us. Governor talks about Akua, really was mahalo ke Akua at every single turn. people came forward. And for years, I have heard Uncle Walter talk about all he's ever wanted was unity. And to see everybody today, to see everybody come forward, if there's anything this experience has taught us, is that unity is hard. Anger is easy. It's easy to be divided. But unity is hard, but unity is worth fighting for. So I encourage people to remember that. I encourage people to remember Aloha. And we have a wonderful inspiration for that. We have our Queen. It was so important to us to have the kids here. The kids who were here today and who are so loved by the Queen. We had thousands of children come out today. And we had that because at every turn we do this for the love of our children. And we want people to remember that going forward. This is all about the children. This is about teaching children to act with unity, teaching children to act with love, teaching children to act with grace. And we believe that the Queen left us a legacy with which we can remember this always. So this song is for all of you who came today, for all of you who helped pull this together, all of us who gave your mana. This song she wrote while she was imprisoned in the palace. She wrote it for the flowers in her garden. We believe she wrote it for the children. This song is Pouokalani. This is my husband, Matt Spro, who's going to sing it for all of you. And then after that, we're all going to sing All Hawaii Stands Together. So everybody knows this song. So we encourage all of you to join us in singing this song together. Hawaiian, non-Hawaiian, if you came for this event or not, because all Hawaii does stand together, and today we stand for our Queen, and we stand for our children, and we stand for a united future. Thank you all so much for being here today.
A gentle breeze had wafted my name. Oh, hallelujah, my Anna, a cool, sweet, and never fading flower. He bloomed because Opa Oha Hokalani. He came out, he cannot in honor of our Queen, Pouokalani. I know Uncle Lico Martin might be in the building right now. If he is, I'm going to ask him to come on stage, because he's going to have everyone rise and share with me the song of Hawaii. All Hawaii stands together. Come on, man. some familiar and some strange, to hear the ancient chanting of our home. As I listen to the stories, my eyes have seen the glory. So let us raise our voice in song to save our land. All Hawaii stands together. It is now and forever to raise your voices and hold your banners high. We shall stand as a nation to guide the destinies of our generation, to sing and praise the glories of our land. Beneath stone walls, the cities of refuge, we learn the sacred names. On white the old valley floors, the ancient battles rage. The barren slopes of Kaho'olawe, to the shores of Kahana Bay, we shall claim our lands from the barking sands to the valleys of Honolulu. All Hawaii stands together. It is now and forever to raise your voices and hold your banners high. We shall stand as a nation to guide the destinies of our generation, to sing and praise the glories of our land. The fiery fits of Tutukeni, I heard my mother's call. Oh, Tutukani and Mauna Kea, send their love to all. We stand as one beneath the sun. Blessings from Haleakala. Oh, our sweet Ka'ala and my Ale Ale, where the greatest waters fall. Hawaii loha, puli ke kako, kumaame kalokahi e, kukalame, hawi vole. Oniva akako, oniva akako, alana kilana kini e ola, e ola, e ola na kini e. Hawaii loha, kuli ke kako, kupaame kalokahi e, kukalame, kavi vole. Oniva akako, oniva akako, halanda kilana kini e ola, e ola, e ola na kini e. E ola, e ola, e ola na kini e. E ola, e ola, e ola na kini e.
No laila e kalahui aloha. Wahiki mai no hoi ka kou, i ka panina a ka hopena o keia hapa o ka papahana. A e pono ana hoi ke ia, e hoi ka kou pauloa i ka hale ali'i o ka kou. No leila, e no, ke mele, paio e paio mau.
E ko Hawaii mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Maui mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Molokai mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Lanai mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Kanaloa mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Oahu mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Kauai mau!
Paio e paio mau.
E ko Nihau
paio e paio mau. I mo ole I paio haaheo. I paio a paa, I paio a bono. Paio e paio mau. E nā po ki I. A inu I ka wai ama awa. Aloha a ka lei o ka lana ki la. Mahalo, hoi ka koi ka hale ali I.